Because this is a different fight. I don't give a who you get, what training. You can get 4 trainers like Fury did. It ain't gonna help you. It's not gonna help you. You can train for me half a year like Fury did. You can get 2 warms up and fight. You can get 2 warms up in 3 training camps and still see what happens. I'm special, bro.
Oh my God. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. To this day. Wow, Deontay Wilder, he speaks on the idea of possibly retiring if things don't go his way this Saturday versus Chinese heavyweight Zelle Zhang in a 5 versus 5. He says he likes and thrives in this element. He likes the pressure, and that's when you typically get the best out of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Basically, he says, I've been pressured my whole life when my back is against the wall. Roll the clip.
It's going to be a different fight this time around, you know, and if it's not a different fight, then retirement is definitely highly considered.
Is it a must-win fight now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I like that pressure because when you're under pressure, it brings the best out of you if you really want it.
Those were the words of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. To this day, he says he would highly consider hanging up the gloves and retiring if he loses on Saturday. Listen, I've said the same thing. Heavyweight fight, one punch can change everything. We've seen that with Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Good fight, very good fight. And the heavyweight division is like that. Somebody could be winning, all of a sudden, one punch changes everything. Especially Deontay Wilder, he's one punch man. I've told you guys from the beginning that this is an extremely dangerous fight for Deontay Wilder. It's a dangerous fight for Zelle Zhang too, because they both lost to the same guy, Joseph Parker, so he advances, and it's super difficult. Stylistic, you got Zelle Zhang. I've met him, I've met Wilder. They're both big, but Zelle Zhang, he's big. And although Wilder's taller than him, when I'm saying big, he's like big. He weighs almost 300 pounds. Wilder is a freak of nature that he can put guys down that are so much bigger than him, weighing whatever he weighs. So Wilder does look like he's bulked up, and he looks, you know, like back in shape, like where he put on muscle. But this is an extremely dangerous fight. He has a southpaw, and like they both fought Joseph Parker, but I would say, if we're being fair, Zhang did better with Joseph Parker because he at least had a moment where he almost stopped Joseph Parker. Wilder, having as much power as he has, it just wasn't his night. I think he said he had gotten to Saudi Arabia late and things of that sort and didn't have proper time to acclimate. Now he's kind of woke up the inner bronze bomber and things like that. And we're gonna find out. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you do not miss a thing. But I do see this as a very, very difficult fight for Wilder, and he's in there with another dangerous southpaw. Luis King Kong Ortiz fight came to mind. Even in the first fight, Luis Ortiz was able to clip Wilder and hurt him in the first fight, and he was winning the second fight until Wilder turned it on. The other thing is, I've noticed from both Tyson Fury and Wilder, they took a lot out of each other in those trilogies, in my honest, humble opinion. I think they gave each other and the sport classic wars. Wilder also has inactivity, so this is going to be a good fight. Zelle Zhang doesn't have the best defense, but he's big and he's a southpaw. Southpaws give a lot of people problems, and he has power in both hands, so it's going to be interesting. As far as what Wilder said regarding the possible highly considering retirement, I've always kept it the same. Me personally, I don't prefer when fighters say that, any fighter, when they even talk about retirement, because boxing is a sport where you can't have one foot out and one foot in. And to me, it shows, like, from a mindset perspective, that Wilder is aware that almost like if I can't get past Zhang, then I might as well hang it up, because how am I going to get a Tyson Fury rematch, or how am I going to get Usyk, how am I going to get Anthony Joshua in the sport of boxing if I were to come off a second back-to-back loss? And I would honestly say that the people, I don't know what the sports book is. I don't, gamble. I live in California, so we can't illegally, gamble and bet on sports book and stuff like that. But I will say this is, at the end of the day, if Zhang were to win, I think people are going to pick him by stoppage if he wins. So again, Wilder is a freak of nature for even taking a fight like this. And it's kind of messed up a little bit, because Wilder is a type of fighter where you have to save him from himself, because he don't have no chill. He'll just take on all tough challengers. He believes in himself. He believes in his power. And that's just what it is. He was going to fight Tyson Fury, and he's taking on a very difficult guy like Luis King Kong Ortiz, which could have ruined the rematch for Tyson Fury if he were to lose. But this is who Wilder is. He's taking on the best. He's challenging himself. He believes in his skills. He believes in his power. And this is no different. But the reason I said it's kind of messed up is because other fighters, they almost get to crescendo and fight lesser guys, whereas Wilder, he keeps having to fight dangerous guy after, like, Robert Helenius beat the crap out of Adam Kaunacki and not retired him, but he forever changed Kaunacki's trajectory, in my opinion. Wilder had to fight him. Before that, it was Tyson Fury. Before that, Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury and Luis Ortiz. Like, his schedule, it just continues to be rough customers that should be able to, give a challenging fight. Then he had one round in a several year period, and that was the Robert Helenius first round knockout. And then he fights Joseph Parker, who was mad active when he fought Wilder. Joseph Parker even had a fight in Saudi Arabia before the Wilder fight. So he knew what it was like to fight there, and he had lost to Joe Joyce, and he had came back and he was very active. So Wilder hasn't really had the same type of activity, and then he's fighting off of a loss, a very dangerous guy who's also off a loss. So it's kind of a crossroad fight for both of them, and it's going to be must-see TV, and there could be only one winner. So I see this fight as being sensational as long as it lasts. Someone probably will be knocked out, and it's a dangerous fight for both guys. Let me know what you guys think.